The Sports Scouting Report with Lee Burkeen. Brought to you by
Give the Bugman a call. We get them before they get you.
Harvey Auto in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you have trusted for years. Here's your host, Lee Burkeen.
Hi everyone, Lee Burkeen with the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We've got two great young men that we're going to interview from, they call it STM, which is St. Thomas More Cougars in Lafayette, Louisiana. They got the greatest turf field on the planet outside of LSU probably. They have one of these replay Megatrons on their field that you can just watch the big thing on the field, not even watch the field and see the play like it was on your TV. It's an incredible program. But we have their quarterbacks, Sam Altmann and Hutch Swilley, their running back, the top two guys that are coming back on offense that was responsible for state championship in 2022. And we'll talk about Jim Hightower, we'll talk about Shane Savoy, we'll talk about all their coaches, and we'll talk about what they like about St. Thomas More and playing football. But first up will be Hutch Swilley. We'll be right back.
What does that Bugman do?
Not only do we do pest control, we do odor control, bat removal, moisture control, rodents, and of course, bed bug control. Give the Bugman a call. We get them before they get you.
Hi everyone, Lee Burkeen, the host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast, owner of Louisiana Football Magazine. Go to our website. We do 2 high schools a day previewed. Instead of having to preview print magazine, you can go on our website for free, lafootballmagazine.com. 2 schools every day, randomly, different parts of the state. I'm writing them. Share it with everybody if you're a fanatic in the state. Our Geico Recruit of the Week, our first recruit, comes from St. Thomas More High School. He's a running back, but he can play receiver. He could be a slot guy. In college, he might even go to DB. You never know, but he's a very athletic kid, very strong kid. Hutch Swilley. Hutch, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
5'11", 200.
Yes, sir.
Bench 315.
Yes, sir.
Not every day you see a guy benching 315 pounds playing running back. I'm sure Sam likes that.
Yes, sir.
To help him out. Your quarterback's going to join us after you, but speaking of him, you got to have a good quarterback, you got to have a good running back to be good.
Yes, sir.
You got to run and throw. I know STM loves to throw it, but y'all do run a lot.
Yes, sir.
What's it like blocking for your quarterback?
I mean,
when you're not running the ball?
Definitely. Having Sam is it's awesome because he's a great leader on and off the field, so blocking for him is a privilege for me because I know he's going to do his job. So if I get my job done, then we'll be successful. Yes, sir.
You told me your dad played at Northwestern State.
Yes, sir.
I think you said he went to
Como. Yes, sir.
And your mom went to Lafayette High?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Your mom was a cheerleader, is that
yes,
right?
Sir.
We got to give those props out to your mom too. That's a sport, right?
Yes, sir.
You're committed to Navy.
Yes, sir.
And you told me Marcus Thomas is your recruiter who played running back at Catholic High Baton Rouge. Why Navy?
I got to go on a visit there and just the atmosphere and everything. It was kind of like a sense of I belong here. They made me feel like I was at home whenever I was there. It was just a really cool experience and great place.
So you already visited and everything?
Yes, sir.
That military thing is different, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
The people are emotionally connected to that school, not just, people think you go in there and you're in the Army and you wear a uniform, but as a football player, you probably met a bunch of people that said, I went to Navy, right? I'm a grad of 60. It's like a
right, yes, sir.
tight-knit group.
Yes, sir. The tradition is very extreme there.
Did you go to the Army-Navy game?
No, sir, not yet.
That's one of the most famous games ever.
Yes, sir.
Navy's recruiting you as a running back?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about running back, Hutch? You're in a passing offense, but for some reason, STM always finds a way to get their running back 1,000 yards.
Yes, sir.
It's like y'all have 4,000 passing and 1,000 yards with one running back. You're that guy.
Sir.
So what's it like playing for STM and the history of the offense that they have?
Yes, sir. It's a privilege. The tradition at STM is very rich, and being on such an air raid offense, it really spreads out the defense to allow for the run game to be so prominent and essential, honestly, in the game. Especially with a quarterback like Sam, the defenses have to respect the pass,
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
can punch in a run, and it brings it back in, and it allows for the pass again. So
Y'all had like 10 D1 quarterbacks. Sam will be like 11.
Right,
That's
sir.
insane, isn't it?
yes, sir.
And then y'all had tons of running backs. Britt Broadhead that went and played receiver in college.
Yes, sir.
You had Jack Besh. That was a great, obviously, LSU now,
sir.
TCU. And then Jamie Howard's son Walker's at Ole Miss. I'm trying to
sir.
get all the places right.
Yes, sir. We got Caleb Holstein,
Holstein.
Nate Cox. Yes, sir.
I mean, Nate was 6'9" playing quarterback at STM.
Tallest college FBS quarterback.
What was it like state champion last year?
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was awesome, yes, sir.
How many for STM now?
How many what?
Total state
I
titles?
want to say that was our 5th. Sam, right? 5th state championship? 4th state
And
championship.
Coach Hightower didn't win one for over 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that crazy?
Pretty
What do you
awesome.
think? What do you think of Coach Hightower and Shane Savoy and all the guys on the staff?
Coach Hightower is the smartest person I've ever met in my life. He's like a super genius. Coach Savoy has the highest football IQ I've ever seen. Being coached by them and mentored by them is outstanding. Coach Savoy is like known for being a football coach, but he's also one of the greatest like life coaches I've ever seen. His wisdom, as far as like faith, and he's really an outstanding person.
Really dialed in. Hobby.
Hobbies, I love fishing, I love hunting, I like wakeboarding. Yes, sir.
What do you want to major in college?
Looking pre-med. I would like to be an orthopedic surgeon.
That's a win-win. Good to stay in sports.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Good to meet you, Hutch.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, Hutch. We're going to meet his quarterback, the other part of what makes that offense go. Sam Altman's going to join us when we come back from St. Thomas More High School.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Hi, everyone. Lee Burkeen, host of the Sports Scouting Report podcast. We have a quarterback that's joining us, Sam Altmann, who, one of the best quarterbacks in the state coming back, very underrated. We got a lot of quarterbacks we're interviewing today that are really good players. The state of Louisiana has some of the best quarterbacks, I think, in the United States every year. We got a lot of schools that produce them. Lafayette Christian, Karen Crow, your school, Acadiana. I mean, this whole area is just full of great quarterbacks. And Sam, you're the next one at STM. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
6'3" guy, got another year left coming up. I asked this to Hutch, and I want to ask you about what is it like playing for Lance and Shane and Jim Hightower and those guys.
They bring like a deeper meaning to the game because like you have the coaches that just coach football.
Yeah.
I can relate with any of those coaches outside of football. Like, I can have a conversation with them just on a regular basis about my life, and they'll be there for you.
What did you learn as a young kid sitting back watching Walker Howard and the Holsteins? I mean, you get a chance to watch their recruitment.
Yeah.
Watch all that unfold as a young kid.
Well, I was a freshman when Walker was a junior, so it was like right around when he committed to LSU, and just like have all that buzz around him. It was pretty cool to watch. And then watching Holstein, I thought that dude was the best quarterback I've ever seen.
You learn anything from him? Like, you take any of their game with you?
More on like the mental side from Walker, because he's athletically gifted. Like that dude, he can throw it like 85 yards. He can do a lot of things. Yeah.
What do you think you need to work on for college?
My feet.
Feet. Okay.
Just staying balanced and being quicker on my feet.
But you slide good when you're rushed. You're pretty good. Got a ton of receivers. You want to mention some of your receivers coming back?
Well, we lost all 4 receivers this year: Christian McNeese, Connor Stelly, Hayes Mulclaw, and Tanner Hornback. But we're bringing back some guys that I think are going to be really solid. We're bringing Landon Struther, Jacob Freilich, Cade Wilkerson.
Okay.
I think we're going to.
The next group.
We're going to shock some people.
And all these guys led her the year before, a lot of them. I know Coach will play 50, 60 guys every year.
All the time.
Hobbies. I asked that to Hutch. You got some hobbies outside of football?
I like to play golf. believe it
Really?
or not. Yeah.
You pretty good at it?
Yeah, I'm decent. I mean, me and Hutch have played a couple of times.
Okay.
I like to fish. I like to hunt, and just like being with my dogs at
There
the
you
camp.
go. You got 2 dogs?
3.
3. There you go.
Yes, sir.
What's the name of your dogs? We'll give them some blog here.
Blue, Max, and Lucy.
There you go. Favorite colleges? 3 colleges.
I mean, LSU, UL, and Southern Miss.
How's the recruiting going for you? I mean, I know it's still early because quarterback.
Yeah,
It's still early.
nobody. I mean, it's kind of slow right now.
Yeah.
I know it was a dead period, so nobody
Right.
could really talk to you. But hopefully, it picks up soon.
If it cleared and you had it your way, where would you want to go if it was an offer?
You
You had a
know,
couple of schools that you like.
Whoever would take me, to be honest with you.
Okay. You got friends all over the place now playing ball.
Yes, sir.
There's some at McNeese. You know, Tulane will have a couple. You know, you've got guys at Ole Miss now.
Yeah.
TCU. What do you think of Jack at TCU now?
I think that might be a better fit for him
Okay.
because Jack's gonna be wherever he goes. He'll
Determined.
yeah.
And then Walker, what do you think of him at Ole Miss? How long do you think it'll take him to get on the field?
I mean, I watched the spring game and he looked like he was the best quarterback there. From my thoughts.
He would love to hear that.
Yeah, I know.
Even though they returned their starter and they got another guy from Oklahoma State. What can the team do this coming year? I mean, it's hard to top last year, but what do you think about this coming year?
We just got to take it one game at a time.
A lot of new guys coming in, starting.
There's going to be some bumps in the beginning, but I think
Yeah.
once we get rolling.
You do have a veteran blocking coming back, Hellier.
Ashton, Wheeler?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Big guy.
He's getting moved to center this year.
6'4",
Yeah.
320.
Yes, sir.
Not bad.
No,
Not bad at all. And then, you know, STM's really not known for big O-lines. They
We're normally smaller, just a lot smaller, and we know how to block.
Perception is you think they're 280, but y'all really don't have a lot of guys that size. Any final thoughts about the fans and the Megatron that y'all have at the field and all that stuff? What is
Yeah, every Friday night, like when it gets later in the season, when it gets darker soon, there's nothing like that field at night with those fans, with the cowbells. It's amazing with the smoke running down the ramp.
Final question: turf field or grass field? Would you rather play on?
I mean, we played on a good good grass field at Catholic, and that was probably one of my favorites. But turf any day of the week because not many people have a great grass field.
I like grass, so I'm an old school guy. I like that grass. I'm not like Les Miles. I don't eat the grass,
Yeah.
but I like the grass. But appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Sam Altmann, quarterback at St. Thomas More, class of 224. Coaches need to get on board with him. He's a really good football player. And they're going to have another chance to go back to the state championship this coming year. Appreciate everything from Hutch being on, Swilley, also his teammate for St. Thomas More. We'll see everybody on the next show.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee Burkeen.